You're listening to Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, the official podcast of Lingerie Fighting Championships. And now, here's your host, Michael Larkin.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, the official LFC Lingerie Fighting Championships podcast. My name is Mike Larkin, and joining me today, it's always a pleasure, folks. The wild card herself is back. She's going to be making her return to LFC. It's Independence Day 2. We go into the UK. Pip, pip, cheerio, y'all. The one, the only, Miss Rylee Jade. Rylee, welcome back to LFC. I'm excited to see you as a part of the UK. How are you?
Thank you. I'm so happy to be back. And I am so excited. I just signed the contract today where I'm heading to UK for the very first time, to London first and then Cardiff second. I am so excited.
Hell yeah. I mean, when you think of something that I've always wanted to see, because when you even look at professional wrestling or any type of combat sports, you look at how viable the international side of things, especially as the UK. The UK gives a strong style as far as professional wrestling. It gives you that fight. It gives you that grit. And the LFC is really going to bring something to the UK that they've never seen before. A bunch of real deal sex appeals, a bunch of internal and external beauty, but most importantly, some badass women fighting in lingerie, including yourself, to what we get to bring to both Cardiff, Wales, and London, England specifically. So I got to say this, man, you're part of Team UK. You got a lot of great people going into this Independence Day. You're on a team with the likes of Nadia Sapphire, Goth, Delilah, Anber, Phoenix. It's such a great event to see. And then you have the Team USA side of things where you got Bella Inc., you got Jolene Hex, you got Gypsy Mac, just to name a few. How excited are you not only to be a part this time of Team UK, but god dang it, man, you're showcasing your stuff internationally, depending on also what we have last time with Bella Madisyn. How you feeling, Riles?
You know what's weird? Initially, I thought I read the email wrong when they said I was going to fight in the UK side, but it kind of made sense after thinking about it because I was born in Hong Kong, and at the time I actually did have a British citizenship because um, Britain had Hong Kong
Yes.
before China took it back. So I found out that Bella Madisyn was gonna do the UK fights. So I messaged the promoter and I said, "Hey, I didn't think it was fair that Bella smashed a glass over my head last time. My very first fight got knocked out with the glass on Valentine's Day on top of it. It just didn't sit well with me. So, I'm free. I'm free those days. Why not bring me into the UK and have me fight Bella Madisyn again, round two, but a fair fight this time? You know what I mean?
I feel you. I feel you. First and foremost, that is a bombshell for round two. If the first fight was any indication, it's definitely going to be something that is very memorable. And I got to say for you, man, so no glass in the U.S., I guess if you want to say in the U.K., no pints, no cricket bats, nothing of the sorts. Let's just have a good, clean fight between yourself and Bella Madisyn. I mean, we could probably find some international objects, if you will, but god dang it, man, let's keep it classy. Let's keep it clean. Because I got to say, I know you were quite perturbed. Dare I say, you weren't even perturbed. You were royally pissed, if I'm putting it in the bluntest of terms, Rylee Jade. So now we get to have a fair fight here in the UK. I'm excited. I know a lot of the LFC faithful are going to be excited to see you and Bella go at it one-on-one once more. And Bella Madisyn, the current reigning booty camp champion, if you will, showcasing the blingage and showcasing that belt. The woman has been on fire, but you're looking to put out that flame.
Absolutely. I mean, I didn't even ask if I can fight for her title, but you know what? That's not important. I'm I'm just looking for revenge. I'm just looking for a clean fight, and I want to win. I want to show everyone in LFC I can actually win. If she decides to not smash a glass over me, smash, I don't know, like put me through a table or whatever she wants to do. I have no idea. Um, I don't know much about the UK, to be honest, but I know that there are a lot of pubs there. So she's gonna have lots of glasses if she wants to smash me in the head with it again. But fingers crossed this time she's gonna play nice and play fairly.
It's like that scene in Euro Trip with Vinnie Jones where he has the boys in the pub and they're singing "My Baby Takes the Morning Train," talking about that Manchester United football team. I look at it from a stance like this, man. As long as we don't get any pubs and brawls like that, I think you're in good hands. But when it comes to the UK is a fighting country, and you are a fighter in your own right. Thanks for making me a fighter, to quote Christina Aguilera. We'll get into some pop culture talk here in a second. But I look at it from a stance like this, man. I think with everybody that is going to be incorporated in this event, not only is a great true testament to showcase the UK and showcase the US as well, I think it is a great proving ground to showcase so many great ladies. And one of the big focal points in the aesthetic and the subtleties, the intricacies, the nuances that go into this fine event is the L for LFC, that is Lingerie Fighting Championship. So I got to ask you, Riles, because you rocked the style and aesthetic the last time. You were probably one of the dong-on best Sailor Moons I've ever seen. Let's put that to the forefront, man. You rocked it for the cosplaying side of things. So I got to ask you, RJ, what are you thinking about as far as we go with the lingerie side of things, the aesthetic? What are we thinking, man? Because you got to make it hot. You got to make it hot.
You know what, Michael? So I've been debating that as well. I'm not sure if I want to go with another costume again. I mean, technically costumes are for Halloween, but I don't mind wearing costumes all year round. But I'm still figuring it out. I don't have anything set in stones. There are a few outfits that I kind of like, but I might wear lingerie this time. Maybe for one fight and then a costume for the other. I haven't fully decided, so um, that's still pending.
Well, look at it like this. If you ever need to think of like British culture or even British movies, I mean, hell, Mary Poppins had a friggin' umbrella with her. You know what I'm saying? So, hell, look at it like this. If Bella Madison gets out of line, you can go supercalifragilisticexpialidocious on her ass, man. Just hit her with the umbrella. You be aight. You be aight. But
Yeah,
no,
can you imagine?
oh my goodness, that even reminds me back in like 2017 for the wrestling fans that listen to this show. Reminds me of Gentleman Jack Gallagher when he used to come out with the umbrella and he friggin' use it as a weapon, and then he would dive off the top rope with the umbrella like he's flipping Mary Poppins, like stuff like that. It could be very innovative, but I'm sure you'll come out with something good. Like I said, man, I'm sure you're gonna come out and rock it. But whatever you do decide to wear, I know it's going to be popping and it's going to be doing everything that we get to see from the amazing ladies of Lingerie Fighting Championships. So we go from London, the UK, the Pip Pip Cheerio. Stop right now. Thank you very much. We can go Spice Girls up in here. We could go S Club 7 up in this bitch. But I look at it from a stance like this. Culture is everything. And one of the best part of the cultures of Cardiff, Wales. And I mean, you're on Team UK for Independence Day, but let's talk about this next night here. You're back on the black team, man, and let's put this into the forefront. You are now going to be going against that girl, Goth Delilah, who's done her thing in the UK, wrestler in her own right. This woman's got statuesque written all over her. She's got the tattoo. She really lives up to the name, dare I say, Goth. So, I mean, you are in another little side of things where you get to see someone who lives up to the name and is another great wrestler, much like yourself. So this is going to be another great contrast of styles, someone who is going to be your teammate, but in this second bout, she's going to be your opponent. Talk about flipping the script, going back to the black team, and now you're going against Delilah, the one that is Goth.
So I don't know what team Delilah is on. Do you know? Is she on the pink team or?
Well, I think the pink team is Joel because I know he's the Team USA. But I mean, if Leon's not going to be there, then that would mean Joel would be also the US as well. So you would have Joel Kane represent the US, and then you have the UK. That's what I'm saying. Like, first of all, and I love Joel Kane. We love you, Joel. And he's already started. And I'm just going to put this into the forefront. I know we're bouncing around here, but that damn Joel Kane, he's already saying he's going to crush the UK. So, I mean, he's already talking trash. And he hasn't even hit UK soil yet, people. Like, the man is still here on the soil of America and Canada, wherever we are at. But God dang it, man. This man's already talking trash, and he hasn't even woke up for breakfast yet. God damn it. But I look at it from a stance like this. He's already starting. He's already starting, Rylee. So, you know, Joel's going to get into some shenanigans and chicanery. So, I mean, if it's Joel, then it's Joel. But good God, man. He's already starting. He's already starting.
Well, you know what? I mean, Leon is my coach, so I obviously would prefer if Leon went, but he has to miss this UK show, but he should be back in Vegas in September, hopefully.
Hopefully. And I will say this, congratulations. We have to put this into the forefront because real life is
Yes.
real life. Leon just and his missus just had a beautiful, beautiful baby. Much love to you, Leon, because that is beautiful. Cherish every moment, my friend. But whew, now I look at it like this. So you got Joe K with you. You got yourself, Rylee Jade, in the place to be. You're a wild card and you live up to the name. But then you got the Goth one over here. And I'm just going to call it the Goth one because it's just awesome. So your thoughts on even going into this with Goth Delilah? Because again, specimen, but I think you're going to have a good time with it.
Okay, so I didn't know much about Goth Delilah. I did look on Instagram, and she looks like a strong woman. Like, she's very fit, she's strong, she looks like a dominatrix. I really hope they tell her that no whips are allowed in our fights. I don't want her whipping me in the ring.
As the Daz band once sang, "Let it whip." So no, I know you don't want to. You don't want the whip. You don't want it to look like the Madonna Human Nature video up in here. No, you don't want to. You don't want to do that. But I mean, that's the thing too. I mean, when you come to someone who is a dominatrix, it's a hard habit to break, so to speak. When you got whips and chains and everything that goes into that lifestyle, and it is. It's a lifestyle, and they live it up to the fullest. But I think with the Goth one, you are definitely going to see some power moves and let's put this into the forefront. I said it before we came on there, and I'll say it to you here. You got some spunk to you. You talked some trash to Bella in the first one. You got her in some holds. You did your thing. So you know you can take care of yourself. There, I say you can scrap.
Well, you know what? Hopefully I can have a good fight with Delilah as well. Like, she looks very pretty. She looks very fit. I'm very excited to meet her. Um, I I'm not 100% sure, but I think there is a weigh-in before our fight.
Mhm.
So I'll be seeing her there. I'm excited to meet her. I mean, hopefully it'll be a fair fight. I'm just a little bit jaded, I guess, where my first fight was, like, in my opinion, it was a disqualification. I don't know why they gave Bella the win, but you know what? It's not gonna matter after the UK tour. I'm gonna have at least one win, if not two.
True that. And I mean, I like your style and I like the confidence. But no, I look at it like this too as well. We talk about the disqualification, we'll say it. And I love her to death. And she's a sweetheart of a human being. But Terry Feisty Fist Lennon, when a woman is out cold like that and a woman puts her another camel clutch on you while she's practically unconscious, just ring the damn bell. Let's just put that into the forefront, number one. But also number two, let's not have a repeat of unconsciousness and then we ring the bell. So let's not have a repeat of that. Let's keep it all fair game, man.
Right? I totally agree with that. So, yeah, hopefully Goth Delilah, can put up a clean fight and we'll have a good time in the ring.
I gotta say, it's a very great contrast of styles here because when you look at a woman like Goth Delilah, and I know I'm pop culturing this up already, but I'm going to put into the forefront like this. This woman looks like she's coming straight out of a My Chemical Romance video. Dare I say, Queens of the Stone Age? Yes, I'm taking it back for everybody, but I look at it from a stance like this too as well. It is a very cool look and aesthetic, which you have your own cool and aesthetic vibes too as well, ma'am. But I think that's the beauty of it, man. Everybody's going to contrast. Everybody's going to have that synergy, and it ain't no party like an LFC party because an LFC party won't stop. And when you think of lingerie fighting championships, besides this great card that we have both in London, England, and Cardiff, Wales, respectively, you, my friend, donned the calendar of the LFC calendar 2025. The guns are blazing, rat-tat-tat-tat, if you will. So I gotta ask you, man. The photos came out great. I have myself a copy of the calendar. I saw the photos that you posted as well on your social media, your Instagram to be exact. Talk about being a part of a calendar, number one, but number two, one of the focal points of the LFC calendar, along with many, many amazing fighters.
So I was fortunate enough to be in the 2023 calendar with my cat Cebu. And like, that made me so happy because Cebu's no longer here with us, but he's still around in spirit. And in 2025, I was on the cover of the calendar. I wasn't on a month, but I really liked it. Like, it looked really good. So I was really happy with it. I have a copy as well, and I'm just really, really grateful that LFC wanted to put me on their calendar, you know, 2 years now.
Yeah, I mean, with the pets and God rest Cebu's soul. I mean, such a beautiful, beautiful cat, and I mean, you get to be focused in that front. Then you get to be on the cover of the LFC calendar with the guns ablazing. I mean, stuff like that is really cool, and it just shows just your stock and your market and your rise of where you are in the LFC. And I mean, you being one of the top ones featured on that cover, along with so many great women, much like our current LFC champion Bella Inc., it's something that really sets the tone for what we get to see for past, present, and future. F to the U to the T to the U to the R to the E of LFC. Baby. So that's like the many great accoutrements of what we get to see. And I think that just shows a great amount of where the history of this fine brand and this fine company has been over these many, many years. And I mean, speaking of many, many years, I'm going to put this into the forefront here, man. RJ, you got Bella Madisyn, you got Delilah. I'm hoping to see you get some wins or at least one victory in there, which I know, and we talked about that. But here's the thing, man. You got the spunk, you got everything, and I'm going to say this right now. If you've not checked out Rylee and Bella the first go around, I'm sure this one, the second time, is going to amplify it to the 10th degree, if you will. We amplify in.
Yeah, put out the good vibes.
Well, you are, man. You're amplifying. You got to amplify it up, and I think you definitely will. But I'm glad that you're excited, because as we all should be. I think I've said this many a times on this show. I've said it in conversation. Like the fact that we've been to Bratislava, which is awesome. But the fact that we're going over to the UK and what UK has given us with professional wrestling and even in MMA and just the sport, the UK has never seen anything like this. You know what I'm saying? Because the UK has never had a lingerie themed MMA pro wrestling, a little bit of clothing type of vibes to it. So I think it's something for the UK to really experience. I mean, we get to see a lot of their culture featured in many, many forms, but to also bring some of the flavor, if you will, and I'm talking about F to the L to the A to the V to the A, flavor, that is LFC. You can't beat it, man. We spicing it up. We spicing up your life, if you will, like the Spice Girls, and we had Spice World up in here.
Spice up your life.
Yes. Now, on the other front of this, you mentioned as well being excited to the UK and really going back into the forefront. Now, you said you don't know much about the UK, and we're going to put this into the pop culture realm here now, because we mentioned Spice Girls, we mentioned S Club 7, so I'm kind of curious, what is some of the knowledge that you do have of the UK? Because for me, knowing about some of the arenas like the O2 Arena and Wembley Stadium and stuff like that, I can tell you like some sports stuff and some music stuff, but what is some of your best knowledge of the UK? Because we see it in popular culture all the time, but what are some of the things that really stand out to you about the UK?
So in the second fight, the one with Delilah, I think we're fighting in the Valley Arena or Vale. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh, yes, the Valor, the VALOR, the Vale, the Val Arena, something like that. I saw that too.
Yeah, Vale. It's supposed to be a very popular arena for fights, like fights specifically. MMA, I'm assuming, but it's a pretty big arena. So, I mean, if if people fill the house, that would be really, really cool to see.
I think when you think of the UK and how passionate, how rabid it is, and I'm going to say this right now, and I'm going to put over the Canadians as well. The Canadians are also a very rabid fan base, much like the US. Every different culture is so rabid. And I will say this, even if you look at the Japanese culture, very different to how they consume wrestling than how we do. It's mostly a lot of claps and they make noise, but it's their own way of showing the appreciation for the art that's really being crafted, so to speak, in that ring. So I think with what we get to see with the UK, there's going to be some passion, there's going to be some rabid, and I think you're going to have a damn good time with the UK. We mentioned Vinnie Jones earlier and that bar brawl from Eurotrip, but I don't think it's going to be anything like that. But I think you're going to get a lot of great chants. I mean, if anything that we see from WWE and the chants that they've gotten in the UK, I'm sure they could come up with something creative for the LFC ladies.
For sure. And I think, well, in the UK, we're going to be filming a reality series as well. So that'll be really exciting. I don't really know how, I mean, we're only there for a week, so there's going to be a lot of filming going on. It's going to be hard because I'm going to want to eat fish and chips while there. and I don't really think fish and chips are like healthy or good before a fight or two. So I don't know. I mean, I'm going to be really conflicted. I want to do touristy things while in UK, like specifically go visit some pubs, go have fish and chips, neither of which are good prior to a fight. So, um,
Are you
you
going to have the proper English breakfast? Because I asked Joel if he's going to have a proper English breakfast with like the bacon and the sausage and the beans and all that stuff that they have over there. That's proper English breakfast. He goes, it's pretty much just like a breakfast in America. Like, fuck that, just minus the beans. That's pretty much what he said. He pretty much told the UK people and their UK breakfasts to fuck off because Joel has no fucks given. There's no filter on that when it comes to his opinions on English breakfast. But I can tell you straight up, my friend Nicola, shout out to my girl Nicola in the UK, she has told me to beware of Weatherspoons because Weatherspoons is like a cheap pub that has has English breakfast, but it's not the proper English breakfast. It's not like the proper English breakfast like that. Weatherspoons is just kind of like a cheap little like pub to go to. So it's not bad, but if you want to have the higher stuff, don't go to Weatherspoons. There's other stuff in there, but I know Weatherspoons is like a no-no if you really want to get a good English breakfast.
Oh man, I can't wait. I don't really know where we're staying, but either ways, I'm really hoping we have a little bit of downtime to, do some sightseeing too. But I mean, we signed a contract where we're going to be doing a reality series. So I don't know if that's going to take up all of our time. And we also need to stay fit at the gym before our fights. So I don't know.
Hey, man.
It'll be a packed week for sure.
Absolutely. When you're filming reality TV or just that entertainment side, and you're also in the gym, as Robert Frank once said, swole is the goal, size is the prize. It's gains o'clock, motherfucker. Let's go. I look at it from a stance like this. When it comes to what you're doing, I'm sure you're going to be putting in the work to look as only as you can look, as are these fine, amazing ladies of the Lingerie Fighting Championship. So, I mean, you're going to be in there, man. You're going to be doing your thing when it comes to friggin' going out in the gym, going hard, getting swole, if you will. The swollenness, Rylee Jade, huh? Got to get the swole up.
Oh, more like swollen from the heat, but
More like swollen. I like that. I like that a lot. Cool.
My body just reacts so poorly to heat for whatever reason. And I was born in Hong Kong. I'm supposed to be used to super hot weather, but for whatever reason, my body's like, nope, you're gonna swell up like a balloon when you encounter heat. So, I mean, it's like genetic defect,
Well, I think with everything, and I mean, you've been in the trenches, you've been through the scars and the wounds of everything of war, so to speak, recently. So, I mean, if from what you do with your training and even more training with professional wrestling, I got to say, man, you're a tough one. And I think you're going to do absolutely just fine with going in there and get your weight on, getting your grub on, and everything that is on and on to the break of dawn. So I think you got this, man. I think you got this.
Thank you, Michael. Hopefully I bring back a win or even two, and, to make the scoreboard look a little bit better.
Hell to the yeah. But also don't be Joel Kane, where he's just going to say we're going to crush everybody in the UK. And I'm like, Joel, have you seen who the hell's on that team, man? Like, come on now. It's just not like it's going to be a fucking shutout. Like, I know I love his confidence, but I'm like, you got Nadia Sapphire, we got you, we got Goth Delilah, we got Anber Phoenix, who, besides Goth Delilah, if y'all have not seen Anber Phoenix, that woman is another one who's a brick shithouse and just very fit and strong and ready to friggin' crunch on you and just take a bite out of life, so to speak. So, I mean, you got some heavy hitters on that Team UK, so don't underestimate the Team UK. And plus, it's US, it's UK. We're ready to go, man. We ready to go. We ready to scrap, if you will. And I'm going to say it one more time, scrap, if you will. So it's definitely going to be something for everyone to tune in and check out. So check that out on July 4th and July 6th. Man. Now, we promoted this a lot, and all of us are very excited here at LFC to see the UK, as much as you fans are to see these fine events. Now, one thing I do have to bring up, because with this one over here, if you've not checked out our pop culture episodes, links will be in the description on my YouTube channel. So I figured we'd bring it up on this show. So I get to interview a lot of these great ladies, and we get to find out a little bit about them as well, besides the LFC stuff. And Ryle's over here, my dear friend RJ in the place to be, it does enjoy herself some pop culture. And the last time I had her on the pop culture show, her and I talked a lot about some music and stuff. And one thing I had to bring up just because it made me just go, oh my God. So the summer's coming up, as we know. We're in summertime, ladies and gentlemen, right? So Dream, who is a part of Bad Boy Records, and as far as P. Diddy can go right now, he can go fuck himself. But I looked look at it from a stance like this, he did have on his label Bad Boy at the time Dream, which was the pop girl group in the early 2000s, and they had that hit song He Loves You Not. He loves me, he loves you not. And that song somebody put up just turned 20, is going to be turning 25 years old this summer. And I'm like, what the actual hell, man? Like the summer of 2000 gave us like the Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, NSYNC, 98 Degrees when they were all like their peak in their sophomore albums. And it's like, don't do that to me now, man. 25 years. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Wow. So what, 1995? Is that? That's 20 years, right?
Yeah, well, 2000 to 2025, man. Yeah, it's 25 years.
They came out in 1995?
Well, 25 years meaning like they came out in 2000, and now in 2025, it's 25 years since that song.
Oh my goodness.
I know. It's like, let's look at Jennifer Lopez in 1999 when she came out with If You Want My Love. That just turned friggin' 26 years old. I'm like, you stop that right now. Like, I don't.
Oh my goodness.
I know, that's the thing too. It's like we have so many sights and sounds that are just so old right now, but it's great nostalgia. Like for me, like we mentioned Jennifer Lopez, like I mentioned friggin' Dream. I mean, ATC, who was a great like one. All right, we'll put some Europop in this for the European fans here. So Europop, ATC was a group called The Touch of Class, right? And they had that song La 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 La. It goes around the world just la 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 la, and that was their one hit in the States, and that just turned 25 years old. And I'm like, I remember when that came out, because this was, again, the Europop era where everybody had like one hit from the UK, from like the Europop side of things. We had Eiffel 65 on Blue, Abba Die. That one, see, that one, you remember Abba Dia.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Like that just turned 26, and I'm just like, you got to stop this right now, because I remember when Disney, and that's the thing, when Disney had like actual music videos during that, and then Radio Disney, but nothing like that now. You know what I'm saying? It just, we're in such a difference of times where everything, we mentioned it many times, the social media generation and just kids not understanding how we grew up and understanding with the privilege, and dare I say the luxury, or dare I even say to that, just the appreciation of what it was like growing up during our time period, especially not knowing. And I saw this on Instagram, like a lot of these kids are not going to enjoy what a Blockbuster night on Friday was like, when Friday night like Friday night, like you don't realize like going out on a Blockbuster and how big of a deal that was on a Friday night, renting a movie from Blockbuster or whatever. Like they're never going to understand that luxury or just the special moment that actually is, looking back at it now.
Yeah, that's very true. Oh my God, we sound so old talking about Blockbuster. Like we had Rogers here too. It was Rogers and Blockbusters, and my goodness, just using a Blockbuster card, renting DVDs, renting VHS even. You want to go back that old?
I always tease Mama Lark. My mom literally. So the days of the blank tape. So she has like music and like shows and stuff. But like out of the corner of my eyes, I'm going through this stuff as we're looking for stuff to watch. I'm like, and this is from back in the day. I even remember it as a kid, even to adulthood. I tease her about it. It's like you literally taped a random episode of Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman with friggin' Jane Seymour and that show back in the 90s, because my mom was a fan of Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. For those that remember that show back in the 90s with Jane Seymour, it was filmed in like, the 1800s or whatever it was, and she's a doctor and this whole thing. But yeah, do you remember Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman?
Not really, no.
Okay, it was a popular show in the 90s for like 6 years. It came out around like 93. That was the same year that Boy Meets World came out, and I'm sure everybody knows Boy Meets World with Topanga and Ben Savage as Corey Matthews, the whole nine. It's stuff like that. Like I even look at it like that, like with how Boy Meets World just turned. The last episode was 25 years ago, but then they did Girl Meets World, and I think the problem that I have with that, and we mentioned TV shows, it doesn't have the same fit with the issues that we had in those shows, like peer pressure, like after school stuff, or just in general, like those after school episodes. A lot of the stuff that they focus on now is mostly social media driven or cyberbullying and stuff like that, which, don't get me wrong, are important topics, but there's more to life than friggin' the computer and social media. That's why I say that. Like I always say, like, and if I wasn't doing this, and I know I'm going to put this out there, if I wasn't doing this, then, social media and me would not exist, because social media has just become such a detriment to society. And it's like, it's not real. Like, go out of your way and actually go outside and enjoy your life and live your life. But at the same time too, that's the more focal point of what we focus on now, is social media drama, cyberbullying and stuff that really there's more out there to really focus on as far as issues go that really inhabits our everyday life. So yeah, apologize for that tangent, but you get what I'm saying.
No, and I totally agree with you. I think I've mentioned on every single episode that I'm not a social media person. And I'm really sorry. I know people get upset when I say that, but it's true. I mean, like, I enjoy my life. I don't have to post every single day. I mean, I really don't I really don't post. And I should. I know that. But honestly, sometimes it's just better to live a good real life. Like, I love the people that support me. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. But just social media is not my thing. Like, I have a hard time taking photos myself, believe it or not. I am not photogenic. I usually don't wear a whole lot of makeup. This is what I look like normally. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know how people can put out content every day, every other day. Like, it, it's almost like an impossible task for me. I'll be outside. I mean, if you want to go fishing, I'll be there. If you want to go eat, I'll be there. Ask me to put out content. Oh my God. Like, Michael, help me.
It's the simple things, man. Put out go fishing, friggin' just go out to eat. You're a simple girl. I like your style. Well, first of all, don't even say anything like you're not photogenic. You're fly, no lie. I think all of our guests can agree. You're fly, no lie. You stop that right now. I mean, you look good, but no, it's one of those things where I understand where you're coming from. It's the simple things. Like when I first got onto Facebook, my God, I was 18 because it was graduation year for me, 2010. So I never had a Facebook, and it was like that. This is when it was starting to get really big, vast from what we saw with Harvard and all these universities, and now just going into everywhere and every avenue. So like I didn't have a Facebook. I remember sitting at my lunch table, and one of the girls I was sitting with, who was a sophomore at the time, because I sat with a bunch of group. It was us seniors. There were some sophomores and juniors. We had an eclectic friend group here. So she asked me, she goes, can I add you on Facebook? And I said, I don't have a Facebook. And she gave me a look like that was just like a mixture of annoyed, perturbed, and also, dare I say, quite shocked that I wasn't on Facebook. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not on Facebook. So I just created it just to be friends with her. And then everybody, I realized I have like 40 fucking friend requests. And then I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is a great way to react with family and stuff. Mind you, I'm 18, but now that I am 33 and I am in my 30s and I'm getting older as an adult and maturing, because as we say, age comes wisdom. Fuck it. The terms, because it's just like there's too much of this when it should be more of this, and nobody knows how to do this, as I'm putting a lot of sign language out to the universe here. That's the problem. It's because everybody does this. There's not enough of this, and it's not enough of this, because everybody has something to say. So I mean, it's just become so where it's like I got to step away from this, because if I don't, it's just going to make my blood pressure rise, and I don't need my blood pressure rising. So you need to have that mental takeaway from it, because it really is like I was fine before social media, and I could even be fine after social media. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's so sad because kids were affected during the COVID era, because you're not going outside, you're not playing with your friends, you're indoors because of everything that's going on in the world. And it was tragic, but I mean, they just know the internet and social media. And I think even teaching now, a lot of schools just have tablets in there to take tests now or whatever. Like we used to have the days of Scantrons and all that stuff where you got to fill in the little doggone bubble, for God's sake. Like that shit is like non-existent anymore. So there's a complete culture shock there.
Yeah. Do you remember the overhead projectors that we used to use?
Yes.
And we have to print stuff onto this, like that clear plastic thing. And it costs so much money to print onto those things. Yeah, that was beyond me. I mean, I couldn't even wrap my head around it. I'm glad that the overhead projectors are gone.
And well, it's one of those things too. And again, this is stuff that we become to appreciate. I mean, even if you look at LFC with what we have at MMA wrestling, and wrestling and MMA has changed quite exponentially from the 90s to where we are now. And I mean, the sex appeal side of things, I mean, and I'm going to put it into the forefront, and I like talking about this because when you had the internet babe of the years, like your Jenna Jamesons, like your Pamela Andersons, and you had all these beautiful women in the 90s, now everybody's focal point of what we grew up seeing in such beautiful women, like even like the Tyra Bankses and the Halle Berrys, and just everyone of all shapes and sizes, which is what really makes women the work of art that they are, beauty, strength, and dominance. Let's take it back full circle, people. But at the same time, too, now everybody who are the people that really people want to look up to as far as women go, OnlyFans models, Instagram models. So it's like it's completely a culture shock of what we had. It's like natural beauty, because there's natural beauty, but god dang it, man, we're focused more on the OnlyFans models and the Instagram models. It's like we got to model it up for social media. Again, this is where social media comes into our forefront more. It's not the same as what we had back, but what we see in our popular culture. Our popular culture is now mixed with social media and the adult content side of things.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just not my thing. I get why people do it, and I think it's great people do it because, they're earning all these money.
Oh, yeah.
They're putting out content. It's entertaining. It's just not something that I want to do. So
no, I feel you. I absolutely feel you. I know you're totally fine. I mean, I look at it like this, and I know we're going on our soapbox, folks, and I know we can sound a little bit old here, but it's true. And with again, age comes wisdom, but stuff like that. And I think it's cool too. I think I don't judge people. I think if people want to do it, they do it, or do it, as this one over here just so bluntly put it. I mean, that's how you have to look at it. It's the way of the world. A lot of things become more normalized than what we had back in the day. And I think people need to be more open-minded on things, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying? You have to live. You have to live, and living on social media can be a little bit of a detriment. Just live your life. Hey, to put in the bluntest of terms. That's how you have to do it. And I think in today's day and age, we need more unity because everybody's losing their damn minds, and everybody has to be so decisive over everything and just can't agree to disagree on anything. So it's such a difference to, like, even like with CDs, like going to the store, like this is the most simplest things, right? Like going to the store and purchasing a CD, or even going and using the headphones where you can sample if you actually really want to buy the CD. Like, that's the thing. We didn't have Spotify's. We didn't have anything like that. I mean, we had iPods and we had stuff like that, but kids, to be honest with you, and a lot of the young adults that are growing up in the 2010s to the 20s, if you will, just they have not experienced life without internet, or just these really like little meticulous things that really got us through. Like, they couldn't survive with fax machines, emails. They couldn't survive with any of the stuff that we had back in the day. They couldn't. And it's very interesting. And because I think they don't really realize how easy that they have it. It's way, way easier now than it was.
That's very, very true. I could not agree more.
Well, I mean, let's put the simplest over here, Miss Much Music and Ed the Sock. Let's put this into the forefront because I got to go here. Like, we grew up with our top 10 countdowns and 20 countdowns. Like, Much Music gave us like B44 on there with "If You Get Down on Me, I'll Get Down on You," and Snow, and Everybody Wants to Be Like You, and all these great groups that came out of there. Soul Decision, Kind of Faded, But I Feel All Right, and all those great songs like that from the early 2000s. But also at the same time, too, you had TRL. I think there's another show on now like that. They tried to come back with TRL, but it's like you can't do it now when there's Vivo and all these things on YouTube where people premiere their music videos. It's not the same when you had the making the videos and stuff like this, because there was no YouTube back then. And everything was like radio, or if you don't see it in the moment, then you miss it, right? So you had the TRLs, the 106 in Parks, and so many things that were encapsulated on many different TV networks and shows. Nowadays, they don't even respect this stuff. It's like, how are you going to watch a show? Netflix. How are you going to watch this? YouTube. Like, you got to understand. They look at us like we're nuts. Like, you got to understand, we didn't have Netflix. We didn't have YouTube. We had the early stages of the internet. Like, we didn't have that. We had Napster, and a lot of people took it off Napster. But, I mean, it's not the same as actually going out and buying a physical copy of something. It's the little things, Rylee Jade. They did.
As well as the dial-up connection.
Dial-up connection, taking it back. I like it. Okay. That's good. Fair enough. With the dial-up connection. And I mean, look at the catfishes now. I mean, when you had Catfish the show and all this stuff with how people find people on the internet, I'm like, if you look at it, we were in chat rooms, and it's just like, hey, there might be a creeper on the other side. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Chat rooms was our gateway. Kids don't understand chat rooms, and what we had back in the day. Was it dangerous? Sure. But I mean, you live and you learn. Like, they never understand chat rooms. They're not going to understand like that. Yes, was a little bit nuts and buck wild, sure, but god dang it, man. We took chances. Fuck it all. No regrets. Risk it all.
It's so different. It was so different. And you know what? In a way, I almost feel like I'm more old-fashioned that way. I prefer just less social media, period. At the end of the day, it's just I prefer being outside.
I'm right there with you. You're looking at a kid who used to shoot hoops every day after school. Nobody even talks about that anymore. Like having my basketball hoop in my back. My God, I was living just shooting hoops after school, just shooting hoops in general. Like I used to love Friday nights because my dad and I used to go to Dave and Buster's, or we get pizza and just chill and chillax, if you will. Like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like no social media, just chilling, relaxing. That's the stuff that gets it, man. Family, friends, and just more open-mindedness to going outside and doing the damn thing. Mind you, video games are cool. Don't get me wrong. There's some great doggone video games out there, but it's like going outside and just, like this one over here with her fishing and everything that goes into what she does. Like it works, like getting one with the outdoors. It's cool. It's cool.
And you know what? It's getting sunny in Vancouver now, so I can't wait to be out.
That is true. Yes, you do have it very nice over there in Vancouver, you son of a gun, with your sunniness. We've been having rain up in this piece, man. And thunderstorms up in this piece. I feel like a Hillary Duff video. I'm coming clean over here with all that rain falling down. My God. But with that being said, I look at it like this, man. Whether it's pop culture, whether it's just LFC as a whole, there's so many things that people can gravitate towards. And there's a saying that is so much out here that I always say on this show: life is an art form. We're all applying our crafts, continue to apply your craft in amazing fashion. But you never want to yuck somebody's yum. So if somebody's into something, and that doesn't have to be taken as that's taken like a content creator side of things, what it could also be taken as too, you don't want to judge someone for what they like. If they like it, cool. If you don't, dare I say it, to put in the bluntest of terms, shut your mouth before things pop off. And I'll put it in that bluntest of terms. But all you got to do is just respect one another, and that really has to go into fruition with everything. So, yeah, don't yuck anybody's yum. We're going to put that into the forefront on this podcast. Don't yuck anybody's yum. Boom. Oh, but I will say this: whether you're fishing, whether you're doing your thing, or whether you're just sitting here with me talking some much music and talking some pop culture and sharing some laughs, it's always a blast having you on the show. And we're both regular chatterboxes up on this piece, so it's always great to talk to you, Riles. And I cannot wait to see you back for LFC in the UK and Wales, man.
You know what? After we fight in the UK, I would like to come back. Let's talk about my fights afterwards and see how it turns out. Might be a good podcast. It might be a bad podcast, depending on how, like, what happens. But we'll see.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know if we do this again, if I'm going to get a happy Rylee Jade or am I going to get an angry Rylee Jade. It should have been a disqualification.
I mean, I don't know either. We'll find out together.
That we will. And I will say that safe travels, as it is a flight, it is a distance, but I know the travel and the grind is worth it. So safe travels to all the ladies, including yourself, ma'am. Get your travel on. Get your travel on and have a safe flight. So
Oh my goodness.
But I will say this: jet lag, we on the rag, the whole nine, man. Rylee Jade, let us know where we can follow you on social media. And I know we're gonna laugh as we do this because Riles, I know you love your social media so much. But where's the main focal part where you can follow you on the social media?
Facebook, Rylee Jade. You should be able to find me, hopefully. Instagram, Rylee_Jade_wrestling. I have a Twitter. I don't use it. It's called Rylee Wrestling, I think.
Yes.
I never remember it.
Okay. You got it right.
You know my handle better than I do, apparently.
Well, I will say this. I do have you in my LFC little, for those on Twitter, I do have my own little list. So I keep it simple for LFC. So you're on my Twitter list. So that's how I know. So I have everybody's info for LFC for this show. So yeah, that's how I know. So I got you. So yes, links will be in the description. Follow her on Instagram. And if you do want to give Rylee a follow on Twitter, you should, even though she doesn't use it that often, but give her a follow.
I'm more active on Facebook and Instagram, and I only have one of each. If you see any other accounts, I do not have an OnlyFans. I do not have like multiple Facebook accounts. I don't have multiple Instagram accounts. I only have one, okay? So please don't follow some fake accounts that is not me.
So what she's saying is, like Nelly on the Training Day soundtrack, she's the only one. 2 is not a winner, and 3, nobody remembers. So if you
Yep.
want to check out the one and only Rylee Jade, follow her on Facebook and Instagram. So with that being said, the links will be in the description. We mentioned so many things from S Club 7, from the Spice Girls, from everything that goes into it. I think, like George Michael, God rest his soul, will make another UK reference. You're going to have faith when you go into this and you're looking to come out the winners. So with that being said, if you want to follow this podcast, it's lfcfights.com on the VIP section, where you can check out this fine podcast, Tommy Bellard, Sketchy and Funny, the LFC Exposed reality show, LFC events, including LFC 38, featuring this one's debut against Bella Madisyn. Touchy subject, but she's looking to rectify that when we go into the UK, and so many great things from the Lingerie Fighting Championships. And of course, if you want to follow yours truly on YouTube, it's S&M Network Shows, which features this fine podcast and so much more in store. But we ain't no bore. So with that being said, we hope we entertained you throughout this fine podcast. Riles, I see your face. It's always a pleasure. It's always a privilege. It's always great seeing that smile. As well, besides with the social medias, do you have any final words, any parting words, so to speak, for Bella Madisyn, as well as that girl, Delilah, the girl of Goth?
Honestly, I love Bella Madisyn. She's a really nice person.
Oh, she's great.
I don't know what goes through her head during fights. So like her inner demon comes out. I have no idea. I really, really don't. Something in her just detaches and she turns into a I don't know.
Buck wildness.
I would use really bad words, but let's not. She is not the same person outside of the ring. Outside of the ring, she's actually a decent human being, but yeah, I don't know. In the ring, she is just a little bit like, yeah.
All right, we're going to say it because, all right, we're not going to use nasty words here, but I'm going to help you out.
You can say it. I won't say it.
Well, we're going to say this, Rylee Jade. I'm going to put this into the forefront because I love helping you out. And that's what friends do. I'm going to help you out here in this fine program here. So what she's pretty much saying here, folks, is when Bella Madisyn gets into that ring and that bell rings, it's like the proverbial cereal. She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. She goes out there and she goes buck wild with it. She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit, you know?
A little bit. Just a little bit. But her buck wildness will definitely show, and it will make an amazing bout between these two dynamos. And do you have any final words for the Delilah, the Goth one, if you will?
No whips in the ring. That's it. Please don't whip me.
Oh.
You whip me, I swear to God. Like another, I don't know, like I don't think you can win because you can't knock me out with a whip, but either ways, no more weapons. Okay, okay. This ain't no hardcore match.
For all we need to see now is Rylee running around the ring, and then freaking Delilah whips out the whip and everything. Good Lord!
I swear to God, if she brings out a whip, I'm gonna take it from her and I'm going to whip her with it.
We both are here to have some fun, so let it wear.
When in UK, right?
When in the UK. So, speaking of the UK, and we mentioned the two great opponents that you have coming up. So, we're going to mention another person because we mentioned him earlier. I'm talking about that boy, JK. I'm talking about Joel Kane. Do you have any final words for the coach who said we going to crush the UK up in this piece? Because you're part of Team UK for this one. So, do you have any final words for the coach over there who's been trash talking and he ain't even hit UK yet?
I'm so sad that Leon cannot go to the UK and we're stuck with Joel Kane instead. I've actually never met Joel in real life, so it will be my first time meeting him and I will not be on his team, so that's gonna be interesting. And you know what? I found out that Joel is a cat person.
Yes, he is.
I mean, I love cats, so he kind of redeemed himself in that aspect. I love, love, love cats. And I think he has 2 or 3, something like that. Multiple cats. So, I mean, I prefer Leon. He's my coach. He's the best. I accidentally bumped into him and he took a fall. So, I mean, I would like to, gosh, the next fight, I really hope that I win one for Leon. And as for Joe, I don't know. If he's not going to bring his cats to the UK, then I don't want to see him.
So let's put this into the forefront. First of all, the cats. I like your style. It all goes back to the cats. Yeah, man. But when it comes down to it, you could best believe somebody's going to throw that boy in the pool. There has to be. It happens every time at these events. Sometimes Joel Kane takes a spill in the water. So if there's a pool, there's something, Joel, that's filled with water, I'm so sure Joel will find his way into it because he's a estes do not, as we say in Italian. He's a estes do not. So
You just enjoy swimming with clothes on, or what is it? With
well, sometimes, like we've seen with Audrey, like we've seen with Holly, like we've seen with Daisy Ducati and so many people, including the one, the only Roxy Roundhouse Michaels, the boy says something stupid and he gets his butt shoved in the pool. And the man takes a spill like he's freaking Michael Phelps up in this bitch. So Joel Kane and his poolness. Oh, but yeah, I'm sure something's going to happen because it's Joel, but we shall see. I'm looking forward to seeing the shenanigans, the chicanery, and the overall excellence of entertainment that will be these fine LFC events. And Rylee Jade, it's always a pleasure. It's always a privilege. And as I always say to end each and every one of these shows, beauty, strength, and dominance, the three key elements that make women the work of art that they are. And Rylee, Wildcard Jade, I include you in those sentiments. Thank you so much for your time. We will see y'all on the 4th of July.
Thank you. I will see you guys then. Bye.